Good evening to all of my students, and let me proceed further right now and understand more about the nature of knowledge, verbal knowledge that he is talking about. And this really gives us a summary of each and everything rather than individually separating each one of them and proceeding further. Now in this particular discussion, I would be focusing on the perception of the external objects on one side, and you can see that I have divided this particular eighth diagram into two parts, one as A and the other one as B. And here you can see that in A he is as per the text he is talking about the perception of external objects, and this is based upon two elements. Now what are these external objects? One is the external one and the other one is the internal. Though it's an external object, the manner I am observing it is an internal work, it's not an external work. However, when we talk about the external, it is as actually what kind of things are being radiated, I would use in double quotes, from that object towards me, and how I'm able to observe it. So I hope I'm making it absolutely clear as to how the perception of external objects is taking place. And on one side he's talking and he's telling us that yes, there is these differences we need to understand. On one side we have got immediacy and mediated one. Now immediacy is through sensory sensory experiences with the help of the sense organ, and when he's talking about the mediated knowledge, then he is discussing about the intervention of soul, intellect, mind, and combination of all these things together a particular activity is taking place, and which is being combined together with the help of the language, and then we can see. So here he is going to enter with these things, as to this, this forms the background knowledge as to why he wants to discuss about all these things in order to understand the nature of the verbal knowledge. Then comes objective and the ideal knowledge. So why the objective knowledge we are talking about? Reason, I'm a subject. Now I'm looking at that object and I'm trying to gain that particular knowledge. However, what do I mean by ideal knowledge? Now here we will see that is there any end to the knowledge that is being processed through this system, or there is an ongoing things continuously evolving one after the other time, and then I cannot reach to an end and I say, okay, my knowledge is complete over here and this is the ideal knowledge. Can I keep a full stop onto it? So these are the part A discussions which he does it in his book clearly. In the immediately after this discussion, you see he is introducing certain things, and you have to understand through this particular diagram and see what kind of things he is wants to introduce. Now here very clearly he says that there is this perception of the soul. We have already seen that yes, he is giving importance and there is this existence of the soul, and we have also seen what is the internal perception. Now here if you look, it is there is something called as mind. He has already introduced to it, and he says that with the help which is the object, with the help of the mind, the soul is able to you can say soul in that way is able to indirectly perceive the substance existing in the world. Why indirectly? Because the presence of the mind between the soul and that particular substance which is present. Now here with the internal perception, there are again two things that we need to understand. He says that there are objects perceived by the soul, okay, with the help of the mind, definitely. So here, and that's why I've written mind perceives the soul, and through it there are different qualities. And what are these different qualities of the soul that you can see? These are aversion, volition, pleasure, pain, merit, and demerit. So we have got these things coming in completely for us, and we are able to know that yes, on one side I have got the aversion, then I have got the volition, then I have got the pleasure, pain, merit, and demerit taking place for the soul. Remember these things very clearly. On the other hand, then he says that you after this, and all these things are for the perception. remember this. Once these perception levels are over and you are able to go further, then he says that we come to the level of inference, then comparison, verbal communication, which are the other faculties of what he calls it as the faculties of the intellect. So here you will see that soul is there, mind is there, qualities of the soul are present, then the faculties of intellect are present to take place, what I call it as the inference, the comparative work, or the verbal communication. So now I think we are able to understand and see that yes, what he is discussing, and so what exactly is taking place. So here we say that parts of a quality of a knowledge. So here he is talking about knowledge which is taking place, and there are qualities of it, and he is discussing it through the help of the soul, with the help of mind and intellect also. So you can see now how well the arrival of mind and soul is also existing. I mean, mind and intellect intervenes with the different qualities for the soul also. So let me stop here as a discussion for this particular topic, and let me proceed further and see what he would like to say in the next paragraph for us. Till then, thank you. Bye.